Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are around this gorgeous planet of ours. And if you are a subscriber of the channel, you'll notice that this is not the regular view. We've got a beautiful natural scenery behind me, but of course there's going to be some background noise. And those who subscribe to Michael's channel will probably notice this same background. Coming to you from North Stradbroke Island. Today, big updates. We are seeing macro moves happening with the traditional markets, US dollar, and this is obviously bleeding into cryptocurrencies. We're getting the risk on plays happening again, Bitcoin coming up to those resistance levels. And if you happen to be a Bitcoin bear waiting for that $10,000, this is probably not going to be the video for you, and you're probably going to hate it. Get down to those comment sections. It's looking unlikely that we're going to get to that $10,000 area. So those guys that have missed out, this is where that FOMO begins, and they start to shit themselves thinking that they're never going to see 10K, and then it starts to creep in and people start to buy back into the market. It's 20, 21, 22,000. That's what's going on. And the US dollar is also falling down, breaking down through our support levels that we had under 109.7. So let's get into that in today's video. Make sure you have liked the content up if you haven't already. Subscribe, bell notification icon. You know all the gist of it down below. It pushes it in that YouTube algo. And the last thing is, check out our free trading seminar. Link is in the top of the video description. All you gotta do is go down there. You'll see it right there. Click that Google form link and drop your details. Now, if you want to be involved in that, it's a free trading workshop. Learn how to trade a full plan that we use here at TIA. You'll need to be subscribed, sign up with the Bybit and BitGet links that are in the video description. If you're with someone else's links, check and make sure that you're with these particular links. Start a new account if you have to, because that's the only way you'll get this for free. So check out those links down below. All right, guys, this is building upon the last couple of weeks that we've been following each of these particular markets to bring all of the analysis together. So today's video is looking at those breakout points and what we're expecting with some of the altcoins. So I want to lay out my views and clarify my position on each of these markets, in particular, as we are a cryptocurrency channel, Bitcoin and cryptos. I've maintained the position that Bitcoin is going to move first, Bitcoin's king, Ethereum's also another big one, and altcoins. And altcoins may have a particular bottom in, but I also want to pay particular, yes, very particular here, attention to the BTC charts for those altcoins. So there's two different plays going on here. So this one's going to be a big one. We've got a lot of charts to get through, traditional stuff and the cryptocurrency. So let's first start with where we are now with the S&P 500. October 13th low. Here it is right here. That is now the low that is in for the market, the major low here. It bounced off our 50%. Now, yesterday's session, 26th of October, nearly back to the 50% level at 3,900 points. So in the short term, I'd say for some of these markets, we're probably going to expect a reversal short term. This is talking hours to days so that we can avoid the confusion from people thinking that the market has to dump or pump within a matter of minutes. Short term, we're looking now for potential reversal here as we come up to test the 3,900 point on the S&P. Over to the US dollar, this is now setting up for a potential breakdown. We were waiting for a short-term reversal here. It is hitting up the 109.7. Yesterday's close was at 0.69. Go ahead and make your jokes in the comment section there. But essentially, this is just rolling over here. We called it on the 26th of September, almost to the cent, with the help of the traditional news media as they continue to bang on about how bad the world had gotten. Everything is flowing to the US dollar. Guess what happened from that point? You can see a month later, dead on a month later, it has now dropped, and it's been one of the biggest drops for the US dollar since this rally began over a year ago. So we're down now about 4.5% from that peak. And you can see how this rally has continued on since around, we started back in January 2021. So coming up to 2 years now. So that peak was at about 1 year and 9 months, 1 year, 10 months, and now it started to fall back from that point. So it's still early days. Yes, I still maintain the position that it could consolidate in a bigger pattern here. Maybe it comes all the way back down to 103, 104 and consolidate and start to move higher. These things can take time. However, we're starting to see the breakdown of these significant levels, And what this means then to cryptocurrency is that we're starting to see a little bit of a risk on environment again. People starting to flow back into Bitcoin, into altcoins, starting to see those little pumps happening. And I see that it's happening from this US dollar collapse, should we say. So this is all coming together. It's looking like the stage is getting set up for this next stage of the real estate cycle as we start to build towards 2026 for a real estate peak. Now, if that's new to you, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. And we have plenty of interviews, in particular this one that we're talking with Phil Anderson. So I'll leave a link to all this stuff at the end of this video. But essentially, this is all building to the same piece of macro analysis. The small plays build into the medium term and then to the long term. And so leading on from the US dollar, basically really on the edge here of the 109.7, this needs to hold up for the US dollar to maintain its integrity of this uptrend here to continue further higher and break 112 again. Essentially, I think this is getting to that stage where it wants to roll over. The Great British Pound. You remember this? This was the most extreme day of news that we had back on the 26th of September. The pound went almost to parity. Everyone was calling for it, screaming for it at the top of their lungs in the news, and it made it to 103. And it has since bounced back and broken past previous swing tops. As we can see with the TI again swing indicator, this basically gives us the levels of support and resistance, and we can choose the timeframes here. If we look at it on the weekly, we can see that it's broken past the weekly swing top. So now we have put in higher lows and higher highs. So we have an uptrend now on the Great British Pound against the US dollar up to 116 again. So all of this extreme panic that we saw in September has basically subsided and is looking like, we're not there yet, but it's looking like it was all extreme fear from the media, and that was the bottom. All right, so we're getting there. We've had a really significant bounce. So it's just a matter of trying to avoid all of that news, which tells us lows are coming, worse prices are coming, all that sort of BS that we've seen across the markets for the last few months. Same deal, Euro USD, just to show you here as well, it broke past that swing top. So let's throw that tool back on here, the TI Gain Swing Indicator. And if you guys want to know where that is, just go to the video description down here. It is under these particular trading tools here, Gain Swing Indicator, and you guys can use that for your own trading. So as for the euro, again, it's broken past the tops. It is now in an uptrend against the US dollar. US dollar is coming down. Same deal for the Aussies here. We're trying to get back above. We've got the weekly in, and once it gets past 68 cents, we could be flying again for the Aussie dollar. We've got a little work to do, a little more than the euro and the pound, but just to show that in for the Aussie guys. Now for Bitcoin on the futures market first, we're looking at that level of $20,700. That's been a key level for me on the spot markets. That is looking like we're going to close above that. We need a couple more days, but at least that is further strength to the bullish case here. Now I bring up the futures market because the low came in on the 13th of October. So that's the major low for Bitcoin, basically about 11 months down into this bear market. So if this happens to be the low for Bitcoin, then we have an 11-month bear market, we'll have some sort of accumulation area, and then that potential breakout. And so the Bitcoin bear is waiting for that 10K. This is going to get really hairy, FOMO, scary for them if we get a little bit higher to this next swing top at 23,000, and of course my Wyckoff flip at 23,200. And then the monthly swing top at 25,200. So that is going to be the big one that the bears are going to have to watch. Those are broken. 10K, you could probably say, is completely off. Forget about it. Even if the market comes back down to retest some of those higher prices, it's probably likely we'll get another higher low at that point. So this is not looking too good for those 10K Bitcoin bears. As for the spot market, again, we're back above 20,700. We had a nice little close above that, getting closer towards 20,800. So another good sign there. And for the upside, same sort of thing. Again, we're looking for that 23,000. Good moves overall for the last few days as we continue to pump up on one of the biggest moves that Bitcoin's seen in the last month and a half since that breakout in early September. So overall, the positives here for the bullish case is Bitcoin has broken and closed above the downtrend that was put in from that August top and connected with September top, little tests, and then it broke away on some good volume. 50% closed above that as well, around that 20,500, and it's getting closer to the logarithmic bear market downtrend. It's making its way towards it. Still a bit to go here, but it's making its way towards it quite quickly. In terms of the linear, it's above both of these levels, so it's really showing its strength at these lower prices. June, of course, is that low, but October is that next significant low that may be the higher low for the spot pairings here. As for ETH, definitely showing much more strength. The October low here, that cycle low that we've been waiting for in the traditional markets, is flowing over into crypto to be that higher low that we're looking for. The consolidation was above the previous zone. ETH is pumped away. It's above 1500. It's above the 50% zone. So I think if we're waiting for a $300, $400, $500 ETH, probably forget those things right now. We need to see where this comes out at for a rejection and then a retest. You've got the levels here at $1,850. That's my Wyckoff flip target, and then the bear market downtrend, which hasn't been broken yet, but it has done on Bitcoin. In terms of the log, still quite a long way away from that. So once that gets broken, there's another check mark to this bottom in cryptos and Bitcoin being in, and then we just have to wait for that accumulation period, depending on how long it takes. Maybe it's a quicker one this time, maybe it's slightly shorter, but either way, this is still looking like the extreme bears are in a process of getting absolutely crushed. As Ethereum BTC coming up to test those 50% levels, this is the second time now we're on the daily. Once it gets past 0.076, probably looking pretty good for ETH against BTC. So keep an eye on 7.6% ETH BTC value, which just means ETH is going to be the stronger play than Bitcoin. So let's see what can happen over the next few days for ETH BTC. As for the total cryptocurrency market cap, this is something that I may have to flip on. Wait for it. I'm going to wait for you to put your comments down there with any of those crypto guys who are just absolutely obsessed and married to Cardano or Solana or any of these other shit coins that are out there. But October 13th may be the higher low for the entire crypto altcoin market cap. And we have been watching this with the stable coins being removed from this particular calculation. That is why I've got this little yellow circle here, is the low in right here, which basically comes out at about $200 billion market cap. That's without the 150 of stable coins, because at the time the price was 350 billion market cap. Now we're only up to 370. What we would want to see for the lows being in for the altcoin market cap here, yes, there are going to be a lot that continue down and just going to be shit forever, and then you're going to have those few strong ones at the top, probably the likes of, say, Binance and exchanges like FTT. Regardless of what you think about Sam Bankman-Fried and all the other crap that he does, we're just looking for strong cryptos. So back to the altcoin chart here, we want to see this top taken out, 450 billion, which is a major weekly swing top and a monthly swing top as well. So that would then start to put more confirmation on the fact that maybe June was the low for the altcoins, because remember, this is the chart here without BTC and without ETH. And that would then signal that we've got higher highs and higher lows on these macro term timeframes. So the next figure we're looking for is around 400 billion. That's the swing top. And then 450. All right, let's keep a lookout for that, and then start to look for some of those altcoins which may be stronger. All right, the ones that move first. And just as an example here, I don't care about XRP and your army, just like I don't care about the ADA wankers and the Solana tossers and all that sort of stuff. All right, I'm here to make, firstly, Bitcoin, secondly, fiat. If you want to have your ADA, take it. All right, doesn't matter to me. I just want to make some money from the markets, and we're looking for the stronger stuff here. And to make money, you don't have to buy the low. If you want to make money, you should be looking for confirmation on some of these breakouts. Now, we want to specifically look for stronger horses because they're going to give us almost guaranteed profits, right? We want to see things start to break out from significant tops and things that are moving earlier, not the crap that continues to drop and drop and drop, and you're basically buying the dips all the time, and you're basically just sort of stuck in your positions as the market keeps dropping and dropping. So there's a difference there. Essentially, you just need to take a nice big chunk of profits out of the middle. Regardless of where that middle is, it's still profits. At the end of the day, when it's in your bank account, it's still profits. And so I turn over to XRP now, which has been lagging as the rest of the market's been going up the last 2 days. However, it did move first in September, off the back of some of this fundamental news, but it was setting up here to pump a little here. All right, so in the short term here, we've got the weekly chart. It's sitting on its 50% level. So these are the sort of things we want to see. We want to see some breakouts, some 50% support levels, and then the confirmation should market continue to move higher. So that's what we're going to continue to update here on the channel. Should those altcoins be putting in lows, make sure you're subscribed. Also, check out the videos that are popping up here on your left-hand side right now to learn how to trade, and use those links in the video description to join us for our free trading seminars with the Bybit and BitGet links. Thanks once again, guys. This is all coming together. Unfortunately for the BTC 10K bears, probably not a good look, but overall, this is getting very, very exciting. So don't go anywhere. You are here at the right time. Speak to you very, very soon. Until then, peace out.